throw in a request from the food standpoint?
Oh, totally.
As a vendor, when should we eat?
Oh gosh.
It's a buffet.
It's so unnecessarily controversial.
It's not. It's common sense, and it's just the most simple thing ever. Why won't caterers figure this out? Clue the listeners in. What's the problem?
I don't know. Okay. So, this is the bane.
Because it makes no sense.
I know. Yeah, so your planner, your photo, video, DJ,
all of us,
band, anyone who's there during the reception needs to eat dinner. A lot of us have left our house at 10 a.m. to be, with you at 12 or 1 o'clock, and there are no breaks until dinner. Finally, 6:30, 7:30, dinner comes out. So vendors, it is best for, especially photo and video, to eat when the couple is eating. It's the only 15 minutes of the whole day where you don't want photos. The only 15 or 20 minutes. So it makes sense for us to eat right away.
Nobody wants photos taken of them shoving food in their face.
Right. And the second they're done, they spend the next 45 minutes mingling, hugging guests, hanging out, and having all of these special moments while, your guests are getting their food.
If you're a couple listening to this, please ask your caterer, let my vendors eat first, because we're going to want them to be able to do their jobs when they're needed. Because think about who's going to suffer from this. It's you guys as the couple. When you come up to us, this is a perfect example. Caterers, for some reason, the not so great ones, get it in their head the guests eat first. Okay, fine. We're just the help. Okay, I get it. But then guess what happens? When you feed us last at the buffet, everybody is now finished before we even get our food. And this is not an entitlement thing. These people haven't eaten since 10 a.m. These photographers, I at least have a table. I can sit there and run the toasts and do stuff and eat at the same time while I'm shoveling food, although that's not a great look. These poor photographers and videographers, they have 4 minutes to shove the food in their face. And because the couple's going to be like, hey, let's go around and talk to tables. We want those pictures. Well, you're not going to get those pictures because the caterer had the vendors eating last. Okay, well, how about we get to toast because it's starting to feel a little stale in here? Well, you're going to have to wait about 10 or 15 minutes because everybody else all the vendors just got their food. It makes zero sense. Why? And except maybe you just want to make sure you have enough food for everybody. But if you're just that razor thin on your margins, I feel like you're doing something wrong in the first place as a caterer.
Well, and your vendors are accounted for. You do, in my contract says I get a hot meal. So your vendors are already accounted for as, in your guest count or your head count for who eats. But this is an issue for me so often, and it is very frustrating. And I have the conversation with every couple and every planner, and then I have to have it again with every caterer at every wedding. Even on Friday, the caterer wanted us to eat very last, and I had table photos to do. And so of course it happened that catering was like, okay, you can eat now.
Thanks.
And at that exact moment, the groom came to me and said, we've got 13 minutes before my brother has a speech. Can we grab some table photos real quick?
Exactly.
And I was like, can I have 6 minutes, just to scarf down a plate of food real quick? And this was almost a 14-hour day for me.
And they don't know any better, by the way. It's not the groom's fault. That's not the groom's fault. He hired you to work. They're thinking 6 minutes. Come on. That's not their fault.
And actually, I had another wedding in October where we went back to eat, and the planner came rushing in to tell us that speeches had started.
Oh, that's on the DJ.
Photo and video missed the first couple of minutes of speeches because they put us in the back room of a massive hotel where we couldn't hear or see anything, and just started speeches anyway.
That's on the DJ, though. That's 100% on the DJ. I say that every you do agree, right? Because nothing happens without me starting it and getting on the microphone and telling people that it's happening. So
well, and he's able to eat at his table, so he had his dinner and was like, "All right, let's start speeches," without looking for us. But it was still
maybe not, because a lot of times coordinators don't realize it, and they'll just come up to us like a not so great coordinator will just be like, "Hey, Adam, start the toasts," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Is photo and video there?
The coordinator was eating with us.
Oh my God. He just chose to do it on his own?
Yes. No planner. And there were 5 of us back there, planners, 2 video and 2 photo. And he just started anyway without any of us there.
See, this is the kind of stuff that I try to, I don't want to like scare couples when they call me and they ask about pricing and stuff like that. And I'm just like, look, they're like, hey, listen, this DJ offered me to do it. You know, he'd do it for $1,000. And like, that's like less than half of what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, but this is people who don't know what they're doing.
We should do DJ horror stories.
I have so many of them.
You can't really maybe do them, but oops.
Oh, but do you have a ton of them?
Sorry. Yeah, we should do DJ horror stories. I don't know if you've got any, but for me, I definitely have a bunch. So we'll save that for another episode.
All right, we'll save it.
Yeah, I feel passionately about spending on a good DJ because they are the vibe the whole night.